Hi everybody, this is Mr. Belfiore and I'm here to show you how to use this handout and how to do this assignment just in case the directions don't serve you. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm not going to actually do it on this piece of paper. I'm going to do it all in another piece of paper because I might be under the impression that a lot of you are not going to print this out. You'll just look at it on your screen. So I'm going to show you how to do it on another piece of paper. So this is what you're going to do. First part is you're going to pick an emotion or characteristic. So you would circle that emotion or characteristic, right? But instead what I'm going to do is I'm just going to write the one that I would like to write about. So that one is strength. So if you did print it out, then you would just circle strength, or you'd circle whatever you want. Also, you can add one. So if you want to write about indifference, you would just write indifference there and then circle it. Or you would just write indifference over here. The next part is this part right here. Let me get it. Okay. So the next part is this. You would put that emotion or characteristic here. I have it right there. And then what we have is these 5 boxes with these 3 lines underneath each one. Each box is going to hold an item that kind of is related to your emotion or characteristic. So the example I gave you is this. So what I would just do is I would just kind of redraw this, right? I would just redraw the entire thing, right? Okay, so in the box, the example I gave you is I would write tree because trees are something that I associate with strength. And then on these lines, what I add is words that kind of describe a tree or are just related to a tree. So for instance, reaching, sky, roots. You could also give a few more if you want, but then in the next box, you do another item or thing, right, that is related to a tree. If you remember over here, I say I Googled the word strength and Google gave me spider web. So don't be afraid to Google things like strong things or angry things because you'll get interesting stuff like spider web, which I would have never thought of. Spider webs are elegant, flexible, right? And what's interesting about this is that I would never have thought of elegant and flexible to put with strength, but it works, right? So then you continue to do this. You put another thing, another thing, another thing, right? And you describe each one. Now we're on to this part. In this part, you just kind of make your words into a poem. So what I would do is I would say strength is a tree. Right here, right? Strength is a tree, reaching high for the sky, always rooted deep in the ground. See? Strength is a tree, reaching high in the sky, always rooted to the ground. So I would write that either right here, strength is a tree, etc., etc. Or I would just write it down here. Strength is a tree, reaching, etc., etc., right? And then what you should do is it says at least 3 of these. So you would do at least 3 stanzas, right? Like that, 3 stanzas. Well, that's 3 lines, but that's 1 stanza. You do 3 stanzas. You'd say strength is a tree, describe it. Strength is a spider web, describe it. Strength is a whatever, describe it. Obviously, you don't have to do yours about strength. When you're done, if you want, you could get rid of that strength is part or anger is part or love is part, and you could just write a tree reaching high for the sky, always rooted deep in the ground. And as long as it's titled strength or love or something like that, it'll make sense. Okay? So that's pretty much what you have to do, okay? You're basically just, really quick recap, choosing an emotion or characteristic, filling out these boxes. P.S. You probably can't fill them out on the internet, so doing it on another piece of paper is your best bet anyway. And then writing your poem. Remember, at the end, you're going to type your poem into that box marked your answer. All right, I hope this helps. And thank you for all your work. It's the poetry that I've gotten, even though we haven't written tons of it, is quite beautiful. Thank you.